Hello everyone, I am Karthik, lecturer of Royal Academy, Mangalore. So today I will discuss about GMAT quantitative section, chapter 8, statistic. Okay, we'll see one by one. Before starting the lesson, we'll see some of the formulas is required for this chapter. Okay, so first, just odd numbers. Okay, if an odd numbers of numbers is arranged in numerical order, the what is median? So first we'll see, so what is median? Median is nothing but middle number. First, so for example, this is in one order, so first writing in ascending order. So this number writing in ascending order, so 1 4 5 6 and 100. So in that series middle number is nothing but median. So middle number is which one? So total how much digit is there? 1 2 3 4 5 5. In that third digit is nothing but fifth. That is a median. Middle number is median, so that is 5. So next, mode is nothing but in that set which digit is repeating more times, that is nothing but mode. Okay, so in that series which number is repeated more time? 4 is repeated 2 times. Okay, 2 is repeated 3 times, so mode is 2. Okay, mode is 2. Next, range. So range, in that set range is nothing but if the number set it is in not in as per the order, then first write in ascending order, then after that last digit minus first digit, that is nothing but range. Okay, so in that set so last digit is 26, last number is 26 and first number is 2, so the difference is 26 minus 2. How much? Range is 24, range is 24, like that. Okay, so next, standard deviation. So this set, in that how to find out the standard deviation? Standard deviation is nothing but first we need mean. Okay, mean is nothing but average, arithmetic average. So arithmetic average of this number is 3. Okay, arithmetic average of this number is 3. Next, the formula for the standard deviation is square root of 1 by n. N is nothing but number of digit. Okay, n is nothing but number of digit, that is 3. 1 2 3 3 digit, so that 1 by n is nothing but 3. Next, after that in bracket 1 minus first digit minus mean, 1 minus 3 square whole square plus 3 minus 3 whole square plus 5 minus 3 whole square. So this is the actual formula for finding the standard deviation. I hope all of you understood the whole square root 1 by n. N is nothing but number of digit or numbers. Okay, so next first digit minus mean whole square plus second digit minus second digit whole square plus third digit minus mean. Okay, so that you will get the mean. So after simplifying you will get the actual standard deviation. Okay, so in this method you can find out the standard deviation. Next, the permutation and combination. So combination is nothing but combination. So 2 wires and 3 wires and 4 wires. So so 2 wires of red color, 3 wires of green color and 4 wires of black color. So like different combination, different types of wire is there. You have to combine together. So in that case, so this combination formula you have to use. Okay, combination formula you have to use. So here n is nothing but total numbers. So I just now explained the wires. So in that 2 wires plus 3 wires and 4 wires, the combination. So 4 plus 3 plus 2, how much? 9. So 9 is a total number. Next, k is nothing but how much combination you want. Okay, which combination you want? 2 wire combination or 3 wire combination, which combination you want, that is k. Okay, that is k. So you can write, so n factorial divided by k factorial minus n minus k factorial. This is the combination formula. You just remember this formula. So this is the total number, this is the which combination you want. Okay, so that is nothing but k. Okay, similarly the permutation is nothing but arrangement, proper arrangement. For that one the permutation formula is given here. n is nothing but total number, total digit, k is nothing but so arrangement, so which arrangement you want. So this is a formula for permutation formula. You can just see what is the difference between combination formula as well as permutation formula. So permutation formula, k factorial is not there, then remaining thing is same. Okay, so next, probability. So what is the formula to find out the probability? Probability is nothing but number of desired outcome divided by total outcome. So number of desired outcome divided by total number of outcome is nothing but probability. Okay. So next we'll see one by one problems. So first problem, data set S contains the element. This is a element in a set. Okay, so that is in -5, x2, 0, -1, 1, 9. It is not as per the order, so ascending order. So first write this set in ascending order. So ascending order, first comes which one, which number? -5. After that -1, like that. Okay, so what is the value of x? You have to find out the value of x. So here two statement is given. So from which statement you can answer for the question? So that is a question. Okay, so from which statement you can answer for the question, you have to determine. So how to determine? The average arithmetic mean of the set S is 2. Okay, so average arithmetic mean of the set S is 2. So you can find out. So how to determine the value of x. And second statement is the median of data set S is 1. So median number is given. Here arithmetic number is given. So from which statement you can determine the value of x? We'll see. So first statement, what is given? The average arithmetic mean. So what is the formula of average? So average is nothing but sum of the value divided by number of value. I already discussed in the last chapter what is that average. Average is equal to sum of the value, sum of all the value divided by number of value. Total how many numbers is there? That is number of value. Okay, so is equal to average arithmetic mean is given. So that is nothing but the sum of all value. So what is that? -5, x plus 2, 0, -1 plus 1, 9, divided by total number of value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is number of value. So 7 is equal to our average arithmetic mean of the data set S is equal to 2. So from that you can determine the value of x. So from the first statement you can easily determine the value of x. Next, second statement, what is given? The median of the set yes is given. Median is nothing but middle value is given. So how much? Middle value is 1. So first write in ascending order, just leave the value of x. So median is nothing but middle value is 1. So total how many digit is there? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 digit is there. Here the median value is 1 they said, so here 3, left hand side 3 digit is there, right hand side only 2 digit is there. So from that it tells that the value of x is more than 1. The value of x is more than 1. Why? Because you have to balance. Here the median value is given. So middle value is given. So middle value is 1. So this is the middle value. This is the middle value. So that left hand side 3 digit is there. Right hand side only 2 digit is there. Then the value of x is more than 1. So value of x is falls in between these two value. But from that you can't determine what is the value of x. Exact value of x you can't determine. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any value is possible. So from that you can't determine the value of x, but you can assume the range of x. The range is nothing but x is more than 1. From that statement you can tell that the x value is more than 1. So from second statement you can't determine the value of x. So why? Because here there is no clue about the value of x, just given the median value. From the first statement you can easily determine the value of x. So from first statement alone you can answer for the question. The option A is the correct answer for this problem. I hope all of you understood. So if you have any doubt, you just go through the book. Okay, so next problem, if the range of the 8 numbers, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is nothing but n. N is not given, is 25. So 25 is nothing but what? Range. Okay, range is given, that is 25. What is the difference between the greatest possible value of n? Greatest possible value and least possible value of n. So what is asking in the question? The difference between the greatest value of n. You have to find out the value of n, greatest value of n, as well as least value of n. Then take the difference of greatest possible n minus least possible n. So you will get the answer. Okay, so this is the range. So range is given, total range is equal to 25. So from that you can determine the value difference. Okay, so how to determine, we'll see. So first, write in ascending order. Along with that, so we don't know what is the value of n, so I will include it in the first. Okay, n value may be here. Okay, n value is maybe here. Then write in ascending order. First is 4, 8, 9, 11, 14, 17, 28. So now what is range? I already told. So how to find out the range? Range is nothing but last value minus first value. So the value is given is equal to, range is how much? 25. Last value minus first value, 28 minus n, is equal to, the range is how much? 25. Range is how much? 25. Next, so while simplifying this value, 28 minus 25 is equal to how much? 3. So value of n is how much? Value of n is 3. Okay, value of n is 3. One value. So that is nothing but least possible value of n is how much? 3. Okay. So next, greatest possible value of n, how much? We'll see. So we don't know the position of n. So I will, here they asking what? Greatest possible value of n. So I will included n here. Okay, so range is same, 4, 8, 9, 11, 14, 17, 28. After 28, n I will included. So that is nothing but greatest possible value of n. So next, range is nothing but n minus 4. n minus 4 is equal to 25. This value is given, n minus 4 is equal to 25. So while simplifying, you can get the value of n. N is how much? 25. This minus 4 goes to right hand side. So what happens? 25 plus 4 is 29. So greatest value of n is how much? 29. The least value of n is how much? 3. So take the difference. What is the difference between greatest possible value of n? So 29 minus least possible value of n. So 29 minus 3 is how much? 26. So option D is the correct answer for this problem. I hope all of you understood. So greatest possible 29, least possible value 3. So they told you to find out the difference between greatest possible value minus least possible value. 29 minus 3 is 26. So option D is the correct answer. Next question. In the list of the number ABC. Okay, so ABC is the total number. A is the average arithmetic mean of the list. A is the average arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is nothing but average value of this number. Okay, A in the list, and B plus C is equal to 0. So what is the standard deviation of A, B and C? Here no need of finding the standard deviation, but using this two statement, which statement alone or both statement is required to answer for the question, that you have to find out. Okay, the option is like this. The statement 1 alone you can answer for the question, statement 2 alone you can answer for the question, both statement together you can answer for the question, each statement alone you can answer for the question, none of the above. Okay, so we'll see how to determine this value. Here just given A is nothing but average arithmetic mean, then B plus C is equal to 0. So how to determine? So I will take B is equal to 2. Okay, B is equal to 2. B is equal to 2 and C is equal to minus 2. Then what happens? 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Satisfy the condition. Okay, so is it correct? So from first statement, what does it tell? So first we'll see like this. Okay, so then average is nothing but a is right. So a plus b plus c divided by 2. So I don't know the value of a. So what is that value? Value is nothing but a value is nothing but average arithmetic mean of the list. Average arithmetic mean of the list. So that is nothing but 2 minus 2. So I will just take the average of this number. So this is nothing but 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. So this is nothing but average of B and C. So this is nothing but A. Okay, so value of A is equal to 0. So now just to see the 0 plus 2 minus 2 divided by 3 is nothing but you will get 0 only. You will get 0 only. So the value of A is 0. Value of A is equal to 0. So you can tells that if B is equal to 2, C is equal to minus 2. So then you will achieve the value like this, or else you can try for this one also. B is equal to 0, C is equal to 0. So what happens? A is also 0. A is nothing but arithmetic average. Arithmetic average. I hope all of you understood the value, how to find out the value. So B is equal to 0. Total B plus C is equal to 0 only. B plus C is equal to 0 only. So that is given. So I will taken B is equal to 2, C is equal to minus 2. So you agree the point, that is 0, or else B is equal to 0, C is equal to 0. Of course the B plus C is equal to 0 only. Then average arithmetic mean A is also 0. You will get A is also 0. Okay, find out the average. 2 minus 2 divided by 2, 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. A is equal to 0 only. Then similarly, once you find out the value of A, then just try the average. 0 plus 2 minus 2 divided by 3, of course you will get 0 only. That is average arithmetic mean. Okay, so next the statement, what is given in the first statement? B minus A is equal to 2. B minus A is equal to 2. So how, whether it is possible to determine the value? So from that you can easily determine the value. So here from this whether it is possible? So yes, of course it is possible. So how to determine the value? So I already told. So the value of x as well as I already told the value of x as well as this one. So here what is tell? B minus A is equal to 2. B minus A is equal to 2. So here B is how much? As per the calculation, B is equal to 2. B is equal to 2. A is how much? A is equal to 0. A is equal to 0. So then 2 minus 0 is how much? 2 only. So first satisfy the condition. First satisfy the condition. This is satisfied. So next go for here. So B plus C. B plus C. So we don't know the value of C. So but we can assume the value of C. So why? Because the total value C is equal to 0. So B is equal to 2. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So I assume C, the value of C is equal to minus 2. Value of C is equal to minus 2. So you can easily determine value. So then from that you can determine the what is A value. So what is that? From that you can determine the standard deviation of ABC. Once you determine the value of ABC, you can easily determine the value of ABC. So from the first statement alone you can determine. So go for the second statement. Second statement tells what? C minus A. So here just I will assume C is equal to 2 and A is equal to 0. A is equal to 0. So 2 minus 0 is equal to 2. 2 minus 0 is equal to 2. So this satisfy the condition. Once you satisfy, you just go for here. So B plus C. So here I will assume the value of Y total. I already taken C is equal to 2. Then a final answer I should get what? 0. So I will assume the value of b is equal to minus 2. B is equal to minus 2. So here I will get 0. Then what is the value of a? So similarly you have to find out. Here the c is equal to plus 2 and b is equal to minus 2. Of course, the what is that difference? You will get 0. The value of a is equal to 0 only. Value of a is equal to 0. Then of course the average, once you find out the average, you will get the value of a is equal to 0 only. Okay, so I hope all of you understood. So each statement alone you can answer for the question. Each statement alone you can answer for the question. The first statement tells that b minus a is equal to 2. So from that also you can determine the value of a, b, c. So from the second statement, c minus a, so here assume the value of c as well as a. Then also you can determine the value of a, b, c. So both each statement alone you can determine the value of a, b, c. After determining the value of a, b, c, you can easily determine the standard deviation. So the answer is not required. So from which statement alone you can find out the answer. So each statement alone you can find out the answer. So option D is the correct one. Option D is the correct one. So I hope all of you understood. So in the list what is given? ABC. So ABC, the value of ABC we don't know. First to determine the value of ABC. So here A is the arithmetic average mean. So and B plus C is equal to 0. From that expression you can assume the value of A, B, C. Okay, so statement is given. First statement tells that B minus A is equal to 0. So here I assume the B is equal to 2 and a is equal to 0. So why? Because final answer is 2. So after assuming b is equal to 2, a is equal to 0, just substitute here. Here directly given the value of so 2 plus c is equal to 0. So how much? What is the value of c? C is equal to 0 minus this b goes to right hand side. So you will get c value is minus 2. So okay, so 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, then take the average of this number, you will get the value of a. A is nothing but 0. So that is nothing but arithmetic average. So after determining the value of a, b, c, so you can determine the standard deviation. So then second statement tells that c minus a is equal to 0. So that from the second statement I will assume as c is equal to 2, a is equal to 0. So you will satisfy the condition. Then once satisfy the condition, just apply here. Then you can determine the value of b. I already taken c value is equal to 2 and if b is equal to, you will get minus 2. So same type, but the value of a as well as b is different. So the remaining thing is same. So you will get a is equal to 0 only. So same answer you are getting. Okay, I hope all of you understood how to determine the value. So next problem, the given the set of even numbers, the even number 2, 18, 32, x and y. So what is the median of the set? So median is nothing but middle number. So you have to determine the middle number. Before finding the middle number, first we have to find out the value of x and y. So from which statement alone you can determine the value of x and y, that you have to determine. So from first statement, what is that? It gives only the value of y. It is not possible to find out the value of x. So from first statement alone you can't determine the value. You can't find out the answer. Why? Because it tells the value only value of y only. So second statement just to give the expression x minus y whole cube is less than or equal to 0. So x is equal to y, then x minus y is equal to 0. So this is this one expression, x minus y whole cube is equal to 0 or greater than 0, greater than or equal to, that symbol is there. It second statement you will get the just expression and the relation between x and y, but from that you can't determine the value. Why? Because two unknown parameter is there. So from the second statement itself also not possible to find out the answer. Then club together from first statement, x form is not there. Second statement just to give the relation between x and y, so two unknown is there. So from that also you can't determine. So how to determine the value? So club together from the first statement you will get the value of x and y. Okay, so here into y minus 1 is equal to 30, y square minus y is equal to 30. So just you can easily find out the value of y from the first statement. Next, same value, just substitute to the second statement. You can easily find out the value of x and y. Once you find out the value of x and y, then you can easily determine the value of median. Okay, so medium in the set. So which option is correct? Option C is the correct. Both statement together, you can find out the answer. Okay, so from the first statement you will get the value of y, and the same y value is just substitute here. Then you just substitute to here, you will get the value of x. So once you find out the value of x and y, you can easily find out the median in the set. The sum of a sequence of consecutive integer is given, and a median is given. Median is nothing but middle number is given. Middle number is how much? 45, and consecutive integer total sum is given, that is 1125. What is the value of greatest integer in the sequence? Greatest integer you have to find out. Here middle value is given, so middle value is given, you have to find out the greatest number. Least number is nothing but it is coming left hand side. Great number is nothing but more than 45. So how to determine? This is the option. So option 33 is not possible, 45 is not possible, then it may be 56, 57, 58. Why? Because it is greater than 45. So here the formula is what? So number actually average is equal to sum of the value divided by number of value. So we need what? Average is given. Average is nothing but median, and sum of the value is given. We have to determine the value of number of value we have to determine, so that average is equal to sum of the value divided by number of value. So number of value is unknown, so that number of value is equal to sum of value divided by average value. Number of value is equal to sum of value divided by average value. Sum of value is how much? 1125 divided by average value is how much? 45. Average value is 45. So what is the answer? 1125 divided by 45 is how much? 25. What is that 25? 25 is nothing but total numbers is 25. Okay, so you can determine the value. Total number is 25. Thus 25, in that 25 one number is how much? 45. That is the middle number. Remaining thing is how much? 24. Okay, 24. Exact half is how much? 12. So 24 divided by 2, exact number is half. So 12 numbers is false left hand side. Okay, 12 number is in left hand side. So 45 is in middle, and 12 numbers is left hand side, and remaining 12 number is in right hand side. 12 numbers is in right hand side. Okay, so that the exact value 45 is in middle, so total is 25. 25 is nothing but one number is 45. Remaining is 24. 24 divided by 2 is nothing but 12 is left hand side, 12 is right hand side. So 45 plus the 12 is how much? 45 plus 12 is how much? 57. So 57 is the greatest integer in the sequence. So option D is the correct answer for this question. Okay, 57 is the correct answer. So next one, what is the sum of the multiple of 4 between 13 and 125 inclusive? So total sum they are asking. So what is the sum of the multiples of 4? So multiple of 4, so you have to determine, so how many multiple of 4 in between 13 to 125? Along with that sum is what? That you have to determine. So you can easily determine. The formula is what? Average is equal to sum of the value divided by number of terms. Okay, so that is actually formula. So you have to determine the sum of terms. Sum of term is equal to average into number of terms. That you have to determine. So how to determine? So first determine average. Okay, so how to find out the average? So how to find out average? Average is nothing but, so in between the number, the multiple of 4, how many number is there in between 13 to 125, that you have to determine. So how many, what is 13, whether it is a multiple of 4? No, 16 is a multiple of 4, that is starts from 13. Okay, 16, starting number is 16, that is a multiple of 4. Then 125 is not a multiple of 4, so less than 125 number, that is 124, that is a multiple of 4. So take the average of this number, 16 plus 124 divided by 2, you will get, so 140 divided by 2, 70. 70 is the average number, 70 is the average number. So multiple of 4 in between 13 to 125. So multiple of 4 starting from 16. Okay, 16, 20, 24, this is a multiple of 4 in between 13 to 125, 13 to 125. So 125 is not a multiple, 124 is a multiple, so that least number is 16, least number is 16, largest number is 124 in between 13 to 125, divided by 2, you will get the average, you will get the average. After getting average, next to what is required, number of terms. So how to determine the number of terms? Number of terms is nothing but, so you can like this also you can determine the number of terms. So total how many numbers is there, you just count. So here total 28 number is there, or else one more formula is there, that is nothing but last number minus first number. Okay, 124 minus 16 divided by 4, divided by 4. Why? Because just count the multiple of 4 only, multiple of 4 only. So last number is 124 minus 16 divided by 4. So you just count the multiple of 4 only, so that divided by 4 plus 1. 1 is nothing but inclusive, inclusive is nothing but 16, number 16 also included, number 16 also included. While counting, you just leave the number, so 1 2 3 4 like that you will count. So 16 number you just leave, usually you are leaving this first number, so that here they told that inclusive, inclusive is nothing but plus 1. You just remember, if it is inclusive, plus 1. Okay, so inclusive is nothing but plus 1. Okay, you can also just count here, that also you will get the number 28, or else use this formula, last number minus first number divided by 4. 4 why? Because it is a multiple of 4, plus 1, plus 1 why? Because it is they told that inclusive. Okay, so 108 divided by 4 plus 1 is equal to 27 plus 1, 28, that is nothing but number of term. Then sum of the term is equal to average into number of term. Average is how much? 70. Number of term is how much? 28. Multiple, so 28 into 70, 1960, that is the sum. Okay, that is the sum of this number. I hope all of you understood. So which option is correct? Option B is the correct answer for this question. Next question. If Z is the sum of the three consecutive odd positive integer, is Z evenly divisible by 9? So is type of question, yes or no type of question. Z is a sum of three consecutive odd positive integer, odd positive integer. Is Z evenly divisible by 9? Is type of question, yes or no type of question. So two statement is given. When the smallest of the three numbers is divided by 3, the remainder is 1. So when the smallest of the three consecutive numbers is divided by 3, the remainder is 1. So then the smallest of the three numbers is divisible by 7. So two statement is given. So from that statement, so from which statement you can answer for the question, that you have to determine. So three odd integer, three consecutive odd integer, we don't know which, any value can choose. So I will select as x. So 1 3 anything is you can find out. So plus 3, right, this is 1. Okay, x is equal to 1, plus x plus 2 is nothing but 1 plus 2 is nothing but 3, plus x plus 4, 1 plus 4 is how much? 1 plus 3 plus 5. So in place of x you can take any value. So I will take x plus 2 plus x plus 4. That is nothing but odd summation of odd integer, summation of odd integer. So total how many x is there? 3x. Along with that, so 4 plus 2, 6. So 3x plus 6. So while simplifying, you will get as 3x plus 2. 3 bracket in bracket x plus 2. That is the final expression. Final expression, that is nothing but odd positive integer. Odd positive integer. So next, statement 1. What tells? So you told that the x, when the smallest of the three numbers is divisible by x, the remainder is 1. The front statement, smallest of the three numbers is divided by 3 and the remainder is 1. So I will take y. Okay, so y is a multiple of 3. So that is nothing but 3y. After multiple, remainder is how much? 1. So 3y plus 1. This is actually x. The value of x is equal to the multiple of 3 divided by 3. X is divided by 3 and the remainder should be 1. So I will write like this: x is equal to 3y plus 1. So it is a multiple. Y is any number, 1, 2, 3, any number. So any number, I will take y is equal to 1. How much? 3 plus 1, 4. 4 divided by 3. Remainder is how much? 1. Okay. So next, I will take y is equal to 2. 6 plus 1. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 divided by 3. 3 to the 6, remainder is 1. So like that. So I will convert x is equal to 3y plus 1. 3 is a multiple of y is a multiple of x is a multiple of 3 plus 1. 1 is nothing but remainder. 1 is nothing but remainder. Okay. So once you find out this one, you just substitute x value to here. Okay, so x value to here. So x is what? 3y plus 1 plus 2. So you will get final expression is what? 3y plus 3. 3y plus 3. So this expression you will get. So 3 3 is a 9. 9y plus 9. Okay, 9y plus 9. This is the expression. So from that expression, whether this number is divisible by 9? Yes, of course, yes. Why? Because 9 is a common number. If you take any number, that is exactly divisible by 9. So you just try. Okay, so here expression is 9 y plus 1. So I will take y is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. 2 into 9, how much? 18. Whether it is divisible by 9? Yes. So next y, I will take y is equal to 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 9 6 56. 56 divided by 9? Yes, of course, it is divisible by 9. So from first statement, you can easily tell that. So you can determine the value. You can easily tell whether it is divisible by 9 or not. I hope all of you understood. Then go for the second statement. Second statement tells that the smallest of the three numbers is divisible by 7. So I will take x is equal to 7. So why? Because that is exactly divisible by 7. So x is equal to 7. Then just apply here. So x is 7. 7 plus 2. So here what does the smallest of the three numbers? Smallest number is what? X. So smallest number is x. So x, I will take the multiple of 7 only. So x, I will take 7. Okay. So 7 plus 2, 9. 9 into 3, 27. So whether it is divisible by 9? Yes. One answer you will get yes only. So next I will take x is equal to 21. So 21 is it divisible by 7? Yes. 7 3 is 21. So I will take x is equal to 21. So then substitute here 21 plus 2, 23 into 3 to 69. So 69, whether it is divisible by 9? No. Two different answer you are getting from the second statement. So no. So data is insufficient. So from the first statement you will get, from the second statement, first answer you will get 27. Second answer is 69. So here I took x is equal to 21. So here I took x is equal to 7. So 7 and 21 both are divisible by 7. Both are divisible by 7 only. So I taken like that. So 27, yes answer. So 27 is divisible, whether it is divisible by 9? Yes. But 69, whether it is divisible by 9? No. Two different answer we are getting. Here yes, here no. So from second statement, it is not possible to determine the answer. So from the first statement, you can determine the value of answer. So that is nothing but yes only. So that option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Next, the sum of a sequence of 6 consecutive positive integer is z. 6 consecutive positive integer. The sum of the term in the different sequence of 5 consecutive integer is what? Z minus 5. Okay, z minus 5. If the greatest term of the 5 numbers sequence is 40, the greatest number is how much? Is 40. What is the difference between the median term of the 5 numbers sequence and the least term of the 6th sequence number? That you have to determine. So I hope all of you understood, right? So total sequence of 6 consecutive positive integer, that is nothing but z. 6 consecutive positive integer, that is z. Then 5 positive consecutive integer, that is z minus 5. Z minus 5. Okay. So next you have to determine, so greatest number is what? 40. Greatest number is 40, that is given. What is the difference between median term of the 5 number sequence, medium of 5 number sequence, and the least number in the 6 sequence? That is difference you have to find out. So how to determine? This is the option, this is the option. So from that you can determine. So what is that? Greatest number is how much? 40. Greatest number. Okay, so 5 numbers, the greatest term of the 5 numbers is 40. So that 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. So like that 5 digit I have taken. Okay, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Why? Because 40 greatest sequence of 5 numbers is mentioned. So 5 numbers, that is nothing but this is the 5 numbers. So just to find out the arithmetic sequence. Okay, so you already know the average is equal to sum of the value divided by number of value. So number of value is 5 here. So sum of the value we don't know. The arithmetic sequence you can find out. Arithmetic sequence. So how to find out sum of the value? How to find out sum of the value is equal to average into arithmetic sequence. So sum of the value what? 1 minute. Average is equal to sum, this is the formula, number of value so from that average is how much? Average is nothing but 38. 38 is the average, so it's nothing but middle value, median. So median is nothing but middle value, that is the average. 38 is equal to sum of the value we don't know, sum divided by number of value is how much? 5. So 38 into 5 you will get sum of the value. Sum of the value is how much? 190. 190 is the sum of the value. Next, that is 6 sequence. The sum of the terms, this is nothing but what? The sum of the terms in that sequence. Sum of the term in that sequence. Okay. So next find out what? 6th sequence, 6 consecutive positive integer, that is nothing but z. This is nothing but z minus 5. So z minus 5. So this is nothing but z minus 5. The different sequence of 5 consecutive integer, that is nothing but z minus 5. So z minus 5 is how much? 190. 190 is equal to z minus 5. Why? Because here they mention the 5 consecutive integer is z minus 5. So we are getting 5 integer 190. 190 is equal to z minus 5. Then z is how much? Z is equal to 195. 195. So this is the sum. So sum we know 195. The number of number we know, that is 6. 6 consecutive positive integer. 6 we know. So that is nothing but z. So average is how much? So from that you can easily determine the average. Average is equal to 32.5. So 32.5 average you are getting. So from that you can assume the value. So 32.5 you are getting. So next 32.5 is nothing but middle value. 32.5 is nothing but middle value. So 3 digit, total 6 digit, right? So 3 digit left hand side and 3 digit is right hand side. So I will take as 32, 31, 30 and 33, 34, 35. So this is the value for 6 consecutive integer, 6 consecutive integer. So average is 32.5, 32.5. So this middle value, total 6 digit. So 3 digit left hand side, 3 digit right hand side to the number. So I will take as 32, 31, 30 and 33, 34, 35. So next, what is the difference? We have to find out greatest term of the 5 numbers. Sequence is 40. What is the difference between median term of the 5 numbers? Median term is what? 38. So median term is 38 and least term of 6 sequence, least term is what? 30. So difference of 38 minus 30 is how much? 88. Answer is C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. The median of 5 consecutive integer is how much? 38. Median of 5 consecutive integer, that is 38. Least of 6 consecutive integer, that is 30. So 38 minus 30 is 8. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. How many organizational structure can be formed that consists of division A, at least one of the division B and C, at least two division of D, E, F, and at least two division of G, H, J, and K? This is little bit a tricky question, just a combination type of problems. We'll see how to solve this type of problem. So one is organizational structure can be formed that consists of division A only. A is nothing but how many times A is coming. So one way. So A is coming in one way only. One way. A only. Only one digit. Okay. A only. So that is 1. And at least one of the division B and C. At least one of the division B and C. Either B or C only or both B and C. At least one should be there in between, in along with 2 digits. So how many combination is possible? One is here A only one letter is there, that is A one way only, 1. Okay, that is 1. Next, in second one, at least one of the combination, either B or C or both B and C. So how many combination is possible? 3 combination is possible, either B or C and both B and C. 3 possible is there. Next take at least two division of DEF, either 2 division of DEF. So how to take two division of DEF? So either 2 division, a DE, EF, DE, EF, FD or DEF. So minimum they told, at least 2 should be there. Maximum anything is possible. Total how many combination is possible? 4 combination is possible. 4 combination. Next, at least 2 division of GHJK. Total 4 number you can find like this. And in that least is how much? 2 number. Least is how much? Combination of 2 we want. So 4C2. So 4 factorial. So this is nothing but n. This is nothing but k. So what is that? N factorial divided by n minus k factorial and k factorial. This is the formula, actually combination formula. As per the formula you can write 2 factorial k factorial, n minus 2, 4 minus 2 factorial, and n is nothing but 4 factorial. So from that you can determine the value of 6 combination, 6 possible outcome. Along with this is nothing but 4C2. So along with that 3C2 also possible. 3C2 also possible. So 3C2 is nothing but we already seen this one through 3 combination, that is how much? 4. So So 3C2 combination we already seen. So that is how much? So that is 4. So 6 plus 4. So 6 is possible in 4 combination. So along with this, here mini told what is that 2 combination, 2 division. So that 3 is also possible. For if you taken 3C2, 3C2, then what is that? So 4. Then 3C2, if you taken 3C2, then it is 4. 3C2. 3C2 also possible. 3C2 is nothing but 3 combination. GH, HJ, JK and KG like that. So that 4 combination is possible. 4 combination is possible. So that is nothing but 3C2. Along with that 4 GHJK, that 4 one also possible. So for combined 4 together is nothing but GH JK all together, that is also one combination is possible, that is 1. So total is how much? 6 plus 4 plus 1, how much? 11 combination. So first one is A, this is A only, so A is 1, then this is nothing but B and C is combination how much? 3 combination. Then DEF 4 combination is possible. So next last one GHJK 11 combination is possible, 11 combination. So how to do 11 combination? So first one is you can do like this, 6 possible outcome is possible. Next just consider 3 digit GHJ and HJK and JKG 3 combination, and all together GHJ, like total 4 combination is possible. If you consider 3 digit, 4 combination is possible. So along with that all 4 together GHJK, all 4 together one more. So that 6 plus 4 plus 1, 11 combination is possible in 4 digit. Here 4 combination and here 3 combination. This is A is 1 combination. So all multiple together you will get 132 is the combination answer. Okay, so which answer is correct? Option E is the correct one. Option E is the correct one. Next one, of the 5 different type distinguishable is nothing but different wires that lead into a apartment. 2 are for cable television service and 3 are for television service. Using this wire, how many different combination of 3 wires are there such that at least one of the wire is for cable television? So this is a combination type of problem. 2 variety of cable is there. One is cable, one is television cable, one is telephone cable. So how many combination is possible, that you have to find out. So the formula for combination is this one. So next total wire is how much? 5 wires, n is 5, and which combination you want? Total 2 are cable television and 3 are telephonic service. So how many different combination of 3? So combination what? 3 combination, that is nothing but total is 5. Total is 5. In that 3 combination you have to do. So 5C3. 5C3 you have to determine. So here this is n and this is what? K. So n, the formula, you just substitute here formula, so you will get the answer. Okay, so you will get the answer. So answer is 10. Answer is 10. So next, what does they tell? So at least in that 10 combination, one is what? Cable television. One is for cable television. So that is 10 minus 1, 9 ways. 9 ways is possible. So answer is 9. So option D is the correct one. You just see carefully, otherwise 10 option is also there, but they already told that at least one of the wire is cable television. So you have to subtract from the answer. 10 minus 1, 9 is the correct answer. When cleaning her house, Carlotta discovered an old box of candle and figurine, each of which is unique. Okay, she wants to display the items on the shelf. So how many different ways can she place the items in a row on the shelf if she alternate between the candle and figurine. Okay, so figurine as well as candle. So from which statement alone you can answer for the question, that you have to determine. Okay, your first statement tells what? If only the figurine were lined up 40,320, different arrangement would be possible. So only in the first statement tells the details of figurine only. It's not candle information is not provided in the first statement, so it is not possible to determine the value from the first statement alone. You just go through it. Why? Because here figurine information is provided, the arrangement of figurine is given, but candle arrangement is not provided in the first statement. Then go for the second statement. Second statement, Carlotta has one more candle than figurine. So that just a sentence is given, candle is one more. So just the candle information is given in the second statement. So figurine, so from that number we don't know in the second statement, candle number we don't know, figurine number we don't know. So from that also you can't determine the value. Why? Because number we don't know. So both statement club together. So now you can determine the value from the first statement. It is a combination type of problem. Total possible way of combination is given of figurine. Okay, so figurine information you are getting. So here in the second statement they told that one more candle, so that figurine number, after finding the figurine number, then plus 1, that is nothing but candle number. So both statement together you can find out the answer. I hope all of you understood. The from first statement you can get the information of figurine, second statement you will get the information of candle. One more candle is there compared to figurine. So both statement together you can answer for the question. So option C is the correct answer. Next one, there are 6 identical chips, each of which has one red side, one blue side. Okay, so 6 identical chips, one is red side and one is blue side. How many more ways are there to arrange the chips with 3 red side, 3 blue side? Showing that there are to arrange the chips with 4 red side and 2 blue side showing. So this is also combination type of problems. Total 6 is there. So you have to what? How many more ways? So that you have to subtract. So subtract from what? C 6 3 C minus, oh no, so here, so arrangement 3 C minus 4 C2, that you have to subtract and find out the answer. That is the final answer. So first, sorry, total number is 6, right? Total number is 6, here 4, here 3. Okay, so total number is 6. So find out what? 6 3 6 C3 minus 6 C4, that difference you want, and find out that difference. Okay, so what is that? 6 C, so here n and this is k is nothing but 3. So 6 5 4 divided by 3 gets cancel each other. So answer of 6C3. So I hope all of you understood how to determine this combination. 6 factorial is nothing but 6 5 4 3 2 1 0 1 not 0 divided by 3 factorial 3 2 1. So and 3 factorial 3 2 1. Okay, so this combination formula is n factorial divided by k factorial n minus k factorial. So 3 factorial you are getting. So this cancel each other. Then while simplifying this one, you will get as answer 20. Then similarly you have to find out 4 red side and 2 blue side. Then that is nothing but 6C4. So you just consider the red. Here I consider red 3 and red 4. So just take the difference, or else blue side 3 and 2, that is also possible. You will get the same answer. So here 15, 20 minus 15 is how much? 5. The 5 is the answer. So option B is the correct. So I hope all of you understood. The total wire is how much? Total chip is 6. Out of this red chip, you just consider the red chip, red sides. So red side one is take the difference of 3 side as well as 4 side. So 6c3 minus 6c4, then you will get the difference is how much? 5. Option B is the correct answer. A garden shed contains a total of 8 bags of yard care supplies. There are 3 bags of fertilizer and 2 bags of grass seed, and the remaining bag are mulch. Okay, remaining bag are mulch. If 3 bags are selected from the shed at random, okay, one at a time without replacement, what is the probability that none of the bag are mulch? So you have to determine the probability type of problems. What is the probability that none of the bags are mulch? That you have to determine. So how to determine? So first, so a garden shed contains a total 8 bag. Total bag is how much? Total possible outcome is 8. Outcome of interest is how much? There are 3 bags of fertilizer and 2 bags. 3 plus 2 are the outcome of interest. Outcome of interest is what? Total 5 bag. So 5 divided by 8. So it is not the mulch. Okay, remaining bag are mulch. So mulch bag is how much? 3 bag. 3 bag is nothing but, so total is 8. Out of 8, 5 is not mulch, and remaining is mulch is nothing but 3 are mulch. So not mulch, non-mulch bag is how much? 5 divided by 8. That is a non-mulch bag. 5 divided by 8 is a non-mulch bag. 3 plus 2 is 5, and remaining is mulch bag. So non-mulch bag is how much? 5 divided by 8. So next, so how many times he removing? How many times he is removing? Total 3 times he is removing, and find out what is the probability that none of the bag are mulch. None of the bag are mulch. Probability you have to find out. So first way, first is total is how much? 5 divided by 8. So in that he is picking one bag. He is picking bag. What is the probability? So remaining thing is how much? So 5 is the probability. 5 is the probability he is not having mulch. Why? Because 3 are mulch bag. So 5 is not having a non-mulch bag. So that 5 divided by 8. So that is the probability of he is picking non-mulch bag. Next, after removing one bag, so what is remaining? So remaining is 4. 4 bag is total remaining is how much? 7 bag. Out of 7 bag, 4 are non-mulch. 4 are non-mulch, and so this bag is not replaced. Okay, this bag is not replaced. Once the removed bag is not replaced same way, so now 7 bags are available, and in that 4 are non-mulch. 4 are non-mulch. Why? Because one non-mulch bag already removed. So remaining is how much? 7 bag. That is nothing but 7 by 4, 4 by 7 probability. 4 by 7 probability. One more bag to pick up. So total 3 bag is pick up. One bag is already picked. That is nothing but the probability is 5 by 8. After removing one bag, remaining is how much? 4 by 7 is the probability non-mulch bag. One more bag we have to pick. Remaining is how much? 6 bag. In that 3 are non-mulch. 3 are non-mulch bag. Okay, so 3 by 6 is equal to 3 ones are 3 twos are 1 by 2. Chance of getting the desired result at a time. So desired result is nothing but non-mulch bag. Non-mulch bag. So find out the combination. So just multiply 5 by 8 into 4 by 7 into 1 by 2. You will get 5 by 28. This is the probability that none of the bag are mulch bag. None of the bag are mulch bag. So that is the probability. Answer which one is correct? Option C is the correct answer. I hope all of you understood. So first probability is 5 by 8, then after that 7 by 4, then 1 by 2. So finally you will get 5 by 28. So a bag contains 4 red marbles, 5 marbles of other colors. So 4 red marble, 5 are other color. Second bag contains 3 red marbles and 6 marble of other color. If one marbles is selected at random, so from both the bag, one marble is selected at a random from each bag, then what is the probability that exactly one marbles will be red? So total 2 bag is there, first bag as well as second bag. First bag contains 4 red marbles and 5 other marbles. Second bag contains 3 red marbles and 6 other color marbles. What is the probability he is getting only red marbles? So he is removing marble from both the bag. Then what is the probability he is getting only red marble in from one bag only? So that you have to find out. So this is the probability. So how to find out the answer? So this is very simple. So first total red marble is how much? 4. Out of total marble is how much in the first bag? 9. 5 plus 4 is how much? 9. So 4 red marbles divided by 9. So he is picking 1 red marbles from that bag, first bag. And non marbles, so non color, the remaining is how much from the second bag? Second bag is how much? So how many non color marbles? 6 marbles. Out of 6 plus 3 is 9. So you have to multiply. So from the first way, first combination, from the first combination you are taking red marble from the first. So 2 bag, 1 bag and second bag from first way and second way. First way you are picking red marble from first bag, not from second bag. Second chance you are picking red marble from the second bag, not in first bag, like this. Okay, like this. So first way you are picking red marble from the first bag. So first bag contains red marble is how much? 4 out of 9. 4 by 9. And second bag, first way, second bag non marble bag, non red color marbles, that is how much? 6 divided by total number is how much? 3 plus 6 is how much? 9. So 6 divided by 9. So how much? 24 divided by 81. While multiplying you will get 24 divided by 81. Next second one, second way. So one is red, is not red marble from the first bag. So what is that? 5 divided by 9. 5 divided by 9. Okay. So from the second bag, red marble, second bag red marble. So what is the, how much red marble is there from the second bag? 3 divided by out of. So 3 plus 6 is how much? 9. So while multiplying you will get 15 divided by 81. Then summation of these two you will get the combination. You will get the exact probability. You will get exact probability. Summation of these two, 15 by 81 plus 24 divided by 81, you will get 39 divided by 81. While simplifying you will get 13 divided by 27. So option C is the correct answer. I hope all of you understood, right? So here tick mark is nothing but red marble, red. So cross mark is nothing but non-red marble, non-red. So non-red marble. So okay. So from first way you are taking, so one is from the first bag, red color marble. From the second bag non red color marble. So 4. So from the first bag red color, 4 divided by 9. Total number is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. And from the second marble, non red color marble, that is nothing but 6 divided by 9. So next second way is first bag non red color marble, cross non red color marble. So what is that? 5 divided by 9 into second bag red color marbles. The red color marble is how much? 3. 3 is the red color marble. 3 divided by 9. 3 divided by 9. Then that combination 15 divided by 81. So summation of these two you will get the probability. Option C is the correct answer. Next, a certain event has only outcome A or B. Okay, A or B, and then they are equally liked and mutually exclusive. Out of 5 random occurrence of the event, what is the probability that fewer than half result in an outcome of A? That you have to find out. Fewer is nothing but less than half. Okay, less than half. So how to find out the probability? How to find out the probability? That you have to find out. So a certain event has only outcome of A or B. A or B. So that is nothing but probability less than half is 5 trial. So less than, A is always less than 5. They told that what is the probability that fewer than, that is the, what is the probability that fewer than half result in outcome of A. So fewer than, total digit is how much? 5. Okay, 5 is the total number, for total number is 5, and fewer is nothing but less than 5. Less than half of 5 is how much? 2.5. Less than half is nothing but 2. So A value is all, A value is 2 only. A value is 2 only. Either A is 0, either A is 1, either A is 2. Like that. Total 3 possibilities possible. So total number possible number is how much? How to determine? So that is nothing but 2 number. 2 number is nothing but A or B. That is 2 number. Total random. So total arrangement is how much? 5. So 2 to the power of 5 is nothing but 32. 32 is the possible number. Total available number is how much? 32. Okay, without considering this A is less than 2. Okay, A is less than 2. Without consider A is less than 2. Without considering that, total combination possible, total arrangement possible is how much? 32 numbers. Okay, 32 arrangement is possible. Okay, so next we'll decide if A is equal to 0. So next, the probability that less than half of 5 trial have an outcome of A is total the probability of 0, 1 and 2. So either A is 0, either A is 1, either A is 2. So how many ways it is possible? How many way it is possible? That you have to determine. So P is equal to desired outcome divided by possible outcome. So first you determine two possible outcome. Two possible outcome is nothing but A or B to the power of 5. Total 5 combination is possible. So 2 to the power of 5 is equal to 32. 32 way is possible. Okay. So next, if it is there is only one way to have number of A's. Okay, that is 5 B's. Okay, 5 B's, only one way. So one way is nothing but A is equal to 0. If A is equal to 0, then the all 5 digits all 5 characters are B also. How many different way is possible? Only one way, one different way is possible, like that. So you just remember A is equal to 0. A is equal to 0 is nothing but B, all are B only. Okay, how many different combination is possible? Only one different combination is possible. One different combination is possible. Next, second one. So A is equal to 1. A is equal to 1. So how many different combinations? So A is in first character. Okay. Then all are B. Then all are B. Next, A is in second character. A is in second place. Okay. Next, A is in third place. A is in third place. Likewise, how many different, how many ways is possible? How many ways is possible? Total 5 ways is possible. 5 ways. So A is in first place, A is in second place, A is in third place, A in fourth place, A is in fifth place. So here A is in first place, here A is in second place, here A is in, so A is in first place, A is second place, third place, fourth place and fifth place. Like that 5 combination is possible. So A is equal to 1, 5 combination is possible. A is arrangement is possible. So A is equal to 0, 1 arrangement is possible. So 1 plus 5, and A is 2. If A is equal to 2, so that is nothing but 5C2. So you just the combination, you just find out 10 combination is possible. 10 combination is possible. So 5C2, 10 combination is possible. You can see the 5C1 is 5 combination is possible. So 1 plus 5 plus 10 is equal to 16. So total probability is equal to 16 divided by total numbers. So total number is how to find out 2 to the power of 5. 2 is nothing but 2 character A or B, and 5 is nothing but 5 total letters. So 2 to the power of 5, 32 combination. So 16 divided by 32 is nothing but half. So 5C1 you will get 5, and 5C2 is equal, you will get 10. Then 1 is nothing by, already told, all letters are B. Okay, so that is one combination is possible. So 16 divided by 32 is nothing but half. So which answer is correct? Option E is the correct answer. So a student is entered in a college housing lottery for 2 consecutive years. What is the probability that the student receives housing through a lottery for at least one of these years? So at least one of these years, that you have to find out. So from which statement alone you can answer for the question, that you have to determine. So first statement tells that of the students in the lottery, 80% do not receive housing through a lottery in any given year. So here from first statement tells that the students of the lottery 80% do not receive. So what you have to find out? So at least one of these years. So how many students? So from this expression you can easily determine. Why? Because they directly told that 80% do not receive the lottery. 80% do not receive housing through the lottery in any given year. Then remaining 20% student getting the lottery in any 1 year. Okay, 20% student getting. So from the first statement alone you can answer for the question. So from the first statement tells that 20% student getting the lottery. Okay, getting the room. Okay, so 20% students getting the lottery. So second statement, each year 1 of 5 student receive housing through the lottery. 1 of 5 just is nothing but one student out of 5 student is nothing but, that is also 1 by 5 into 100 is nothing but 20%. 20% students receive the lottery. So that also one student receive out of 5 students getting the lottery. That also gives the enough information to answer for the question. Each statement alone you can answer for the question. Option D is the correct answer for this problem. I hope all of you understood. Each statement also you can answer for the question. Okay, so from first statement it tells that 20% of the students receive the lottery. So from the second statement tells that one student out of 5 receive the lottery. So you can easily tells the answer. So option D is the correct answer. I hope all of you understood the statistic problem, different statistic problems. If you have any doubt, please approach me. And advanced mathematics is for advanced mathematics chapter is there, that you have to practice by yourself. Okay, why? Because that is a little bit difficult problems. If you have any doubt you can ask with me, and that is not so important also. Just go through it, and remaining chapter I will do in the next coming classes. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you one and all.